What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are back with another Street Fighter type video. Even though my Street Fighter videos don't get that much views, I still like doing them. And this one is a very cool one. I'm gonna put a lot of effort into this, to editing and everything. I'm gonna put pictures of the character on the screen. But today, I have it all written down. I'm going to be telling you guys from me personally who I think has the best chance of making it into Street Fighter 6 as DLC. Now, if you don't know who I am Benzo's FG. What is FG? See, I get this question all the time. What does FG stand for? Fighting games. Yes, you heard that correctly. I made this YouTube channel like 3 years ago, and 3 years ago was when I got into fighting games, like fully, like heavily. And 3 years ago is when I got into Street Fighter, and ever since, Street Fighter has been my favorite fighting game franchise. Actually, my favorite video game franchise of all time. As you guys can see, you know, right here I got a whole shelf full of Street Fighter collectibles. That right there, only 25,000. Like, that's rare. That's extremely, and it's signed by the guy who made Street Fighter, I think. So very cool stuff. You guys know how big I am to Street Fighter. So my opinion is very valid, because I know how this game works, I know how Capcom works, I know how Street Fighter operates, and I think that my predictions could come true. So, I'm going to tell you guys who I think has a high chance of making it into Street Fighter. I actually have it written down right here. So, I have a guaranteed category. These are characters who are guaranteed making it. I have a high chance. So these characters have a high chance, not guaranteed, but high chance. There's a category for maybe. So these characters, obviously, maybe could make it into the game. And then there's a one that's very low chance. There is a chance, but it's very low. And the last category is no way in hell these characters are making it in Street Fighter 6. So let's get into it. Starting off with the guaranteed category. All right, I'm not gonna save the best for last. I personally think that these characters are guaranteed going to make it into Street Fighter 6. Whether that's Season 2, which is coming up, the Season 3 pass, Season 4, Season 5. I know for a fact these characters are going to be coming in. And by the way, I'm going to be giving valid reasons and valid points on why I think these characters are going to return. So starting off with number 1, we have Sagat. It's Sagat. Like, I'm probably going to be saying that for a lot of the guaranteed category. Like, oh, it's just, you know, it's that character. But it's literally Sagat. We don't have a Muay Thai fighter yet in Street Fighter 6. Sagat is also one of the most popular characters. I don't think we have a Thailand rep either. So, Sagat needs to return. Sagat has been in Street Fighter 4, 5, 6, been in Street Fighter 2, and even Street Fighter 1. So, he's making it. Let's be honest, guys. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you can agree he's making it. I also put Vega and Balrog. Again, these are, like, you know, very classic, very popular characters. And I think Vega has, I think Vega's guaranteed. I mean, it's Vega. You know, he represents Spain, and plus he's a world warrior. I think all of the Street Fighter 2 characters should return, except characters like Fei Long or T-Hawk. But Balrog and Vega for sure. I think Vega's returning, definitely. It might be next season, might be Season 3, 4, 5, I don't know. But I think he's going to return. And then for Balrog, before anybody goes in the comments and argues saying, well, we already got Ed. That's true, but then again, we got Ed and Balrog in Street Fighter 5. So, you know, and in Street Fighter 4, we had Street Fighter 4, we had Balrog and Dudley. So, I don't know. Also, Balrog is just too much of a popular character. I don't think they would leave him out. But they probably would. They probably would. Next, we have Dan. Now, Dan might seem like a weird pick to you guys, but Dan is a staple Street Fighter character. He's like the staple joke character. He's very popular. People love him. He's funny. He's been in Street Fighter 4 and 5. Why not bring him back for 6? So, Dan's there. Sakura, which is my favorite female Street Fighter character. I love this character. I want her to return. I know she's going to return. It's just a matter of when. But when she does, I'm going to be happy. Sakura is making it. Count on that. Because she's also one of the most popular Street Fighter characters. And that's factual, because they did a poll on who's the most popular Street Fighter characters. And Sakura was up there. I think she was number 1, actually. It was either Sakura or somebody else. Next, this one's gonna surprise you guys. Hear me out. Bison. All right. Now, before any of you Street Fighter lore heads like me who love the lore, you might know Bison's dead. Spoiler alert, he's dead. So how the hell would that work? Money. That's the answer right there. Capcom loves money. Bison is literally the most famous, most popular, most iconic fighting game villain of all time. Them not putting Bison in the game is like them not putting Ryu in the game. Bison's going to make it. Now, is it going to be M. Bison? Probably not. It might be Shadow Bison. It might be Bison's ghost. But all I know is that Bison's going to make it somehow, some way. So, count on that. Bison's making it. Next, I put Rose. This one's more of like a lore. I have lore backing this up. She plays a big part in the story. Especially that cliffhanger that she left us on in Street Fighter V and her character story. So, yeah, I think Rose is going to return. Even though I'm not really like I'm not too crazy about Rose. She is Italian, which I am Italian, and you know we need more Italian reps. All we have is Marissa and Rose. Marissa's awesome, but Rose is all right. But if she does return, that's cool, I guess. Next, I have Makoto. This is okay. These next four are like more of like fan favorites. Like people love these characters. They're gonna make it, whether they're important to the story or not. They're gonna make it because people just love these characters. And Makoto is definitely one of those fan favorite characters. We haven't seen her since Street Fighter 4, but people love her. I mean, I don't get it. She's not really fun to play as personally. She does have the fastest. She does have the fastest dash in the game in the entire franchise. Like her dash is like split second speed. Like she's fast, but I don't know. People just want Makoto, so maybe, you know, Capcom will bring her back because she's a favorite. And I think it's guaranteed. Like I said, none of these are maybe. I think these are like guaranteed. These characters are coming. Next, Sea Viper. Again, fan favorite. People love this character way too much. I don't get it. But I think Viper is definitely returning. She was a fan favorite in Street Fighter 4. Even Marvel vs. Capcom 3. She didn't return in Street Fighter 5. People were upset about that. So, she's probably going to return in Street Fighter 6. Next, Cody. Cody is a staple character. He's a fan favorite, but he's also like a staple character. Like, it's Cody, you know. And also, he's the mayor of Metro City. And Metro City plays a big part of Street Fighter 6. So, not having Cody in the game is kind of weird. So, I think Cody is definitely coming back. And then finally, the last character in the guaranteed, I have Sean. I personally don't like Sean. But people love Sean. He's a fan favorite. I don't know why, but he's a fan favorite. All I know is that he's trained under Ken, and that's it. All right. I don't really know much about Sean because there's not really much to know in the first place. He just sucks, and then he gets trained by Ken. So you know, maybe in Street Fighter 6 he will return, and it will be like obviously like a grown version of Sean. Maybe he's very insane and he can actually shoot a fireball. But yeah, I think Sean's guaranteed, unfortunately. I mean, I just don't really care about Sean, so, but if he does make it, whatever. So that's it for the guaranteed, right? Those characters I think are guaranteed going to make it in Street Fighter 6. Let's move on to the high chance. These characters have a high chance of making it. There's only 3 characters in this category. And the first character is Elena. The reason why I think Elena has a high chance is because 1, fan favorite, 2, she's fun, 3, it's Elena. You know, like why not? You know. Also, Street Fighter 6 takes place after Third Strike, so I'm kind of expecting a lot of Third Strike characters to return, and I'd love to see what Elena's up to nowadays. Like, you know, I don't really know what they could do with her look because you can't really change her look that much. I mean, you can. Maybe put some clothes on her. Jesus, she's practically naked. But maybe they could do something with Elena. I love Elena. She's actually like one of my favorite characters. Like in my top 10 favorite. Yeah, she's definitely in the top 10. So Elena would be cool. Now, the second pick, it's gonna sound surprising to you guys, but it's also surprising to me. Now, I don't really like this character. I don't care for this character. she's not really like a popular character, but for some reason I have that feeling. All right, I have that feeling she's gonna return, and it is none other than Karen or Kedin. All right, I feel like she's gonna return. Why? I don't know. I feel like she's gonna return. Um, I don't know. I feel like she could play a big part in the story. Maybe, I don't know, but not really much to say. Now, for the last character in the high chance category of characters who can make it in Street Fighter 6, I have Ibuki. Fan favorite, people love her, I love her. I want to see her return. We need more ninja characters. The only ninjas that we have are Kimberly, and that's about it, right? Kimberly. So, if we can get Ibuki, that would be awesome. And plus, her fighting style is different from all the other characters, so I think it would be pretty refreshing having a full-blown ninja in Street Fighter 6. And this is current. Like, Street Fighter 6 is the furthest we've ever gotten in the timeline of Street Fighter, so she's probably very skilled. I would love to see her redesign, so Ibuki would be awesome to see. So, the next category we have maybe. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We have 13 characters in the maybe category. I think these characters have a 50-50 chance of making it into Street Fighter 6. So starting off with Fei Long. Yes, he's a world warrior from Street Fighter 2, and I think all the Street Fighter 2 characters should return. But the reason why I don't think Fei Long should return, one, I don't think people care about him that much. Two, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think people care about him that much. Like, yeah, he's an iconic character. He's literally just Bruce Lee. And that's another thing too. I'm pretty sure I remember something from a while ago where the Bruce Lee family was getting getting upset, and they wanted games to stop putting Bruce Lee in their game, like references. Like, for example, Tekken has Law, and Street Fighter has Fei Long, and I'm pretty sure they were getting mad. Like, they said something like, "Oh, it's disrespectful to Bruce Lee." But I don't know. Maybe that's one reason why he can't return. But then again, Law returned in Tekken 8. So, and literally Law has a full-blown Bruce Lee outfit. Like, not even like a reference. It's literally just Bruce Lee. So, I don't know. But I think Fei Long has a maybe chance. Next, we have Rolento. So, some of these, I don't even got an explanation. I just think that they maybe could return. And Rolento. We haven't seen him since Street Fighter 4. He could return in Street Fighter 6 as some like big gang leader or something. Next, this one hurts me that I have to put it in the maybe category. My boy Dudley. In case anyone's wondering, my top 3 characters that I really want in Street Fighter 6 is Dudley, Sakura, and Q. And I think Dudley has a maybe chance. Honestly, I think Balrog has a more chance to come in the game than Dudley, which makes me sad to admit that, but I feel like he does. But Dudley is a fan favorite. People love him. People want him to return. And when Street Fighter V was still putting out DLC, people were begging for Dudley. So maybe Capcom will notice it. And also, this game takes place after Third Strike. Who was in Third Strike? Dudley. So, I'm just saying, maybe we can see Dudley. Next, I put Yoon and Yang. I mean, this is another situation where, this takes place after Third Strike, so they're still pretty relevant. All of the Third Strike characters are still relevant to the story. So, I think that Yoon and Yang have a chance to make it into the game. I'd love to see their redesign. But to be honest with you, I don't want to see Yoon and Yang. We already got Jamie. And plus, Yoon and Yang is just like, okay, one of them would be nice. Okay, fine. Give me Yoon or give me Yang. But both of them, that's taking up 2 slots. I don't know about that. I feel like if they was to add Yoon and Yang into Street Fighter 6, they would have added them in the base roster, but not DLC. But maybe I'm wrong. They're also fan favorites. I mean, practically every character in Street Fighter is a fan favorite, but Yoon and Yang, people seem to love them. Next, I have Alex. Which the reason why I'm putting in the maybe category is because I don't think that he really has anything going for him in the story. Like, yes, he is a Third Strike character, and yes, he was the main character of Third Strike. So doesn't that mean he has the highest chance of returning? I don't know. That's why he said maybe, because maybe they could bring him back and make him very crucial to the story, or they're just gonna leave him out and he's just chilling. So I don't know, but Alex has maybe. Next, another wrestler, we have Hugo. Now, personally, I would love to see Hugo, but do I think he has a high chance? No, I don't think so. But it would be insane, and I'm already picturing it, and you could picture it too. Imagine Hugo in Street Fighter 6 with Street Fighter 6 graphics. Terrifying. I would love to see Hugo. He's fun, yeah, I mean, we need more big guys in Street Fighter 6, and I would love to see Hugo return, because he's also one of the coolest characters in Third Strike, in my opinion. So, yeah, Hugo would be cool. Next, we have Abel. I mean, Abel is one of the worst main characters I've ever seen. And yes, he is the main character of Street Fighter 4. And for anybody who's not familiar with Street Fighter, you might be confused. Wait, there's different main characters? I thought that the main character was Ryu. I thought that he was always the main character. Nope. The main character of Street Fighter 1 is Ryu. The main character of Street Fighter 2 is Ryu. The main character of Street Fighter 3 is Alex. The main character of Street Fighter 4 is Abel. The main character of Street Fighter 5 is Rashid. And then the main character of Street Fighter 6 is Luke. So each game has new main characters. He was the main character of Street Fighter 4. And I gotta say, man, his design is horrible. Now, maybe we can get a situation like Ed, where Ed's design in Street Fighter 5 was Dookie. And then they added him in Street Fighter 6. And oh my god, he looks cool. So maybe they could add Abel into Street Fighter 6, make him look cool, and make him part of the storyline again. So, I don't know. But I think Abel is a definite maybe, like the maybeest out of all the maybes. All right. Next we have G. I don't know, man. It's weird when it comes to G, because like I kind of wanted to put G at like high chance, but then again, then when I think about it, do I see him having a high chance of making it in Street Fighter 6? No. I think he's a maybe for sure. I mean, G is one of those characters where like people like him. He's a very weird character, but he's so mysterious. We don't even know much about the character. All we know is that he wants to take over, like destroy. He wants to do something with the world, and he's the president of the world according to him. And I don't know, man. G and Q. Like I might make a video explaining like the similarities and like the story behind G and Q. I think I might have made a video on that like a very long time ago. But I might have to make a video about that because the whole story between G and Q is just interesting. And I don't know, maybe G could return. He was a big part of the story, actually, kind of. So, I don't know, man. But I think it's a definite maybe when it comes to him. So, yeah. We have 3 characters left for maybe. Okay. This one's gonna definitely shock some of you. Hakan. I think he maybe could return. And I have no reasons to back that up, except for he kind of appears in Street Fighter 6 on like the billboards in Metro City. I mean, that's just confirmation that Capcom hasn't forgot about him. So maybe he can return. Would I want him to return? You know, that's a hard no. If they did, you know, redesign him, maybe made him cooler, then, you know, maybe. But no. Maybe though. Next we have Mika, or Armika. I think it would be really cool to see Armika in Street Fighter 6. Maybe a redesign would be cool because she's from Street Fighter Alpha, and her design is the same as Street Fighter 5. They didn't even like they just kept her regular outfit. They did not redesign her at all. in Street Fighter V. So I'd like to see a redesign for Mika. And, I mean, it's our Mika. Everybody loves her. So it would be cool to have her and Zangief in the same game. But before I even continue, it would be cool to see any of these characters from all of these categories. Because after what they did with Ed, they could add anybody from the Street Fighter games in the Street Fighter 6, and I feel like they would be so fun. And like I would be so curious to see what they would look like in Street Fighter 6, because the graphics are like realistic. Like these are the most realistic graphics we've ever seen from Capcom in terms of fighting games. So, you know, I don't honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I don't care who makes it in Street Fighter 6, whether it's Sean or Q or Dudley. You know, I'm just very interested to see how they look. But the final character in the maybe category is Necro. Why? I have no reason. I just think that maybe if they brought him back, they could redesign him, make him look cool, and I think Necro would be pretty insane to see in Street Fighter 6. So, next, for the second to last category, we have the very low chance. These characters do have a chance, I think, but a very low chance. And starting off with the first character, which is literally one of the 3 characters I really want to see. Unfortunately, that is Q. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who wants this guy to return. But it's actually a pretty popular opinion. People do want Q to return because he's so mysterious. And I think he's so cool. And if they brought him in Street Fighter 6, I would lose my mind. Like, if I'm watching EVO or E3 or any, like, you know, any gaming event or fighting game event, and I'm watching it live, and, you know, they're like, okay, we're going to reveal the Season 2, or, like, we're going to reveal the next character, and if I just see Q's mask, I'm going to freak out. If they put Q in Street Fighter 6, I will do 10 laps around my block if they were to add Q. But that probably won't happen. But I wish it did. Next, we have another Third Strike character, which is Remy. Honestly, Remy, out of all of the Street Fighter characters, out of all of them, he looks the least like a Street Fighter character. He looks like a King of Fighters character. Actually, he looks like Iori from King of Fighters, but blue hair. But Remy would be cool. He was the character who kind of replaced Guile in Third Strike. I think it would be interesting to see him return. Very low, we have Birdie. Birdie's not returning. Next we have Adon. Yeah, no. If there's a chance that we're not getting Sagat, there's no way we're getting Adon. And plus, again, we have Sagat. Why would we need Adon? Next we have Gen. Isn't he dead? If I'm not wrong, you know, I know mostly everything about the Street Fighter lore, but I'm pretty sure he's dead, actually. So he's kind of already crossed off. Next, we have Violent Ken. From what I know, the only game he appeared in was Ultra Street Fighter 2, which I do own. He is a Street Fighter character. If you look up on Wikipedia, he is a official Street Fighter character. But I don't think they'd bring him back. Now, they do reference him. In Street Fighter 6, Ken does have a alternate color palette swap where it looks like Violent Ken. And I love that they paid tribute to that and referenced that. So they know that Violent Ken is still a thing. They're not gonna add him as his own character, right? We're not gonna get another evil Ryu, guys. Next we have T-Hawk. Main reason why I don't think he's returning, the main reason why I think he has a very low chance is because we have Lily. That's it. Next we have Urian and Gil. Now here's the thing with these two. This game takes place after Third Strike, right? And those two play an extremely big part into the story. But I just don't see them bringing back Gil and Urian. I feel like they had their time in Street Fighter V and Third Strike. Um, so I think they have a very low chance, honestly, with you. I'm being honest. Next, we have Guy. The main reason why I don't think Guy's returning is because we have Kimberly. And finally, we have Oro. Oro does play like a little, like he does play like I wouldn't say a big part of the story, but he does play a part in the story. But I just don't see him. I don't see him returning. Also, he's like over 120 years old. This guy is ancient. You know what? Now I think about it, I think Oro might be immortal. Because like no normal human is living past 110, let alone 120. So I think he might be immortal. But it would be cool to see him return, and maybe he could use both hands. Because Oro has only been in Street Fighter Third Strike and Street Fighter V. And in both games, he fights with one hand. That's how powerful he is. One hand. Imagine him using two hands. That's like a Kuma level of power. Anyways, moving on. That is for the very low category. I gotta wrap this up because I might run out of space. This video is longer than I thought. Alright, we're gonna speed run through these. This is the very low category. No, this is not the very low. This is the no chance in hell are these characters making it in Street Fighter 6. And I will bet money on it. There's like a good 20 characters on here. They're not making it. There's no arguments. Here we go. Eagle, SF1 character, irrelevant, not making it. Mike, not making it. Joe, not making it. Retsu, not making it. Lee, not making it. Geki, not making it. All those characters are Street Fighter 1 characters. They have never returned, ever, since Street Fighter 1, except one character, which is Eagle. He returned in Alpha 3 Max. That's it though. If they have not brought these characters back since Street Fighter 1, which was in the 1980s, why the hell would they bring them back now? There is some references, like Mike does have a Balrog. Like Balrog has a Mike outfit. Retsu actually appears in the World Tour, which is hilarious. But these Street Fighter 1 characters are not making it. Next, Sodom. He's Sodom. You're not making it. Next, Julie and Junie. These are the dolls. And also in Street Fighter V, all of the dolls were freed. So, why would they be in Street Fighter 6 if they're not dolls anymore? They're probably living normal lives right now in the timeline in Street Fighter 6. So, yeah, they're already crossed off. Next, Evil Ryu. Ryu is completely past the Satsui no Hado. There's no way that Ryu can become Evil Ryu again, because he completely got rid of it in Street Fighter V. So, Evil Ryu is out the question. Next, we have Ingrid. Ingrid and Maki. Let's put those two together. They only appeared in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max, and some other, like, Capcom fighting games. But these characters are only, like, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max characters. They have not returned since. They are fan favorites. People do want these characters to return, me included. I would love to see Maki and Ingrid return, but the chances, very low. Now, they did give Karen a Ingrid costume in Street Fighter V, so Capcom still knows that she exists. But are they going to return as full-blown characters? Hell no. Next, we have El Fuerte. Yeah, he's El Fuerte. He's not returning. Next, we have 12. He's 12. He's not returning. Next, we have Seth. He's Seth. He's not returning. Like, some of these, like, if you're a Street Fighter fan, you know. Like, I don't even have to explain. These characters are not making it. Next, we have Rufus. Next, we have Goken. Now, I think he might be dead, actually. Whether or not he's dead or alive, he's not making it. Now, if he is dead, it's not because of old age, because Akuma is still alive, and Akuma's brother is Goken. They're both the same age. So, if it was due to old age, then Akuma should be dead by now. But I don't think Goken's making it either way. Next, we have DeCapri. In Street Fighter V, she was saved by Cammy, and well, she was a doll, and all the dolls were freed, just like Julie and Junie. So DiCaprio is not making it. Next we have Oni. Unfortunately, I would love to see Oni. Now here's the thing, right? Street Fighter 6, they're putting Akuma, and in Akuma's artwork, he has white hair. Now, that could either be because of old age. He could either be Shin Akuma, or he could be Oni. But Oni has glowing blue hair, so I don't think Oni's making it. Even though Oni is literally the strongest Street Fighter character ever, he's not making it. Unfortunately, I would love it though. Next we have Fang. We have Aki, and plus he's Fang. Next we have Laura. Now this is unfortunate that I would even put her in the no way in hell, because she's very cool. She's the only Brazilian jiu-jitsu character in Street Fighter, and people love Laura. She's a fan favorite. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wished I put her in like maybe. So you know what? We're doing that right now. She's in the maybe category. Next we have Abigail. Abigail. Do I even got to say anything about this guy? Next we have Nikali. Again, do I even have to say anything about Nikali? They're not making it. Next we have Colleen. Now she plays a big part. She plays like a medium part in Street Fighter Third Strike and Street Fighter 5. She is Gil's assistant, but the Illuminati is over. Gil is the leader of the Illuminati. The Illuminati got wiped out in Street Fighter 3. Now they still remain in Street Fighter 6, but they're not a big threat. So Colleen is probably just, I don't know, living a normal life. So she's not making it. Unfortunately, Manat. I don't think Manat is making it. Even though she's a very, very popular character and she's a fan favorite and people love her and she's one of the best new characters that we got in Street Fighter 5, I don't think she's making it. Next we have Falk. We already have Ed. I don't think we need Falk. Next we have Akira. This one is obvious. She's a guest character. They're not going to bring back guest characters unless it's a Final Fight character. Next we have 11. 11 is not even a character. It's literally just random select. Next we have Lucia. Basically like female Ken. She's alright, but no one's really asking for her. 3 more characters. Next we have Kage, which is basically just Evil Ryu. I don't know why they didn't just name him Evil Ryu, but if Evil Ryu is not making it, Kage's not making it. Next we have Zeku or Zeku. Again, we already have Kimberly, so I don't really think he's going to return, but maybe. But then again, no, he's not making it. And then for the final character, which kind of hurts me a little bit because this character is pretty fun, especially in Street Fighter 5, Charlie or Nash. I don't think he's making it. Oh wait, he's not making it either way. He's dead. He died. Nash died 2 times. He died in Street Fighter Alpha, and then he got revived in Street Fighter 5, and then died again. So he's like double the dead. He's not making it. So that is it. This video is 30 minutes long. I don't know who the hell sat here and watched the whole thing, and I'm kind of contemplating whether I should edit this video or not. But yeah, that's it for the video. Those are who I think are going to return, who's not going to return, and who is, yeah, that's it. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. You know, I love to give you guys good content. You know, I said that I was gonna edit my videos and put more effort, but I am not trying to edit a 34-minute long video. So if you're a Street Fighter fan, you already knew the characters. Like right when I named them, the picture came in your mind. So I'm not gonna put every character's picture on the screen. That's too much editing, and quite frankly, I have a bunch of other videos to record and edit. So this is a completely raw, unedited video for the Street Fighter fans. And let me know in the comment section, do you agree? Or like, you know, that's it. I don't even know what I'm doing. That's it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one. So, peace.